Let's move forward with our journey. The last time we coded this code and we learned how to load or unload a driver. So before going into it, I want to show you the flow chart, the idea which I have. First of all, there's some levels of the EDR, and right now we will work on the first level. In the first level, we will learn how to read static binary so that we can block it and give them score. If it's matches to our malicious patterns, then we can stop it before executing from execution. So right now we did this in the last code, like we loaded or unloaded our driver, and now today we will read about this function which has a huge name, ps set create process notify routine x. So today we will gonna read about it, use in our code and get a callback from our kernel. So let's go to the Microsoft website. And what does this function actually do? It give a callback that it gives us callback whenever a process is created and or process is terminated. So this is how EDR monitor everything in your operating system. Like if even if a single binary get executed, it will give us a a callback that some binary has been executed. So for using this function, we need two things. This is a boolean which tell us that this is a boolean parameter that we have to describe first that we are removing it or we are not removing it. This will be used in unload function here. When we write the code, we will use it here to tell that we are unloading the function, so please stop the callback. That's the first video we talk about it. And this is another function we have to create before executing this function. So this is the function. It has three parameters again, pe process, pe handle process id, and ps create notify info. And this is a structure. So this is a structure which has so many fields, and the important fields we can use for this is the flag size, parent process id, creating thread id, image file name, the image path of the file in on the disk, command line, which command line it used to execute the binary. So much things we can use from it. And that's it, how we'll create the what we say a callback for from kernel. So first of all, we have to use this, and if it gets get executed successfully, our function, this function will fill the data of a binary in this structure here. So we use all the structure to get a callback and get the useful information from the kernel, which we can see in our debug view. So let's start. Before starting, I made some changes in our code. I use a macro so that I don't have to write every time debug print x. So I just made a macro log format, so every time I write log I can use it. So let's start. We have to create a function. Let's create a function and we call it notify, and we have to pass here three parameters. And first of is pe process. Let's call it process, and then we're gonna pass a handle called process id, and then I will and here we will gonna use this, copy and paste, and I will call this info. So let's start. We have defined the what we say function here. Now we have to get inside it and write things we actually need. So first of all, like last time I told you that if we are not using any function like parameters, we have to define. So in our code we are not using like process parameters, so we have to define it before we start our function. Just copy paste process. So we already defined that we are not using the process, so don't mind. So after that, if our function get executed and this what we say structure got filled, so we have to check if uh, what we say info is not null. If it's not null, then we can move forward. If it's not null, then all the structures all the structure got filled. So first of all, we're gonna need like image file name. So let's go for it. If I say like if info, and we are calling the structure info, and we're gonna check the parameter image file name. Image file name is not null, and info image file name, and this there is a buffer. In the last video I already told you about like Unicode string, and it has like it's a structure which has three fields: buffer, maximum length, and length. So we are just checking that part, that like if buffer is empty or not. If the buffer is not empty and image file name is not empty, then we can move forward. So I will just use the output here, and I will call it norm again, and I will say create, and with PID we will use percentage p. If we use percentage p here, it will print the hexadecimal, so we don't need hexadecimal, so that I can show you like the process ID similar as the like task manager. So I will use another formatting, this, and I will also show you the image path will be another what is this, I guess WZ. Let's see if it's valid or not, and that's it. Now we're gonna pass the parameters, sorry, formatting arguments. This is here we will use process ID, and we're gonna use info, and this thing. I'm doing so much mistakes here. Okay, so we are done. So we are checking the one thing, if the info image is have some data, is not null, and the buffer also have some data, then it will print. Like it's if any of the condition doesn't met, most probably the buffer part, then we will make like this. Just write log, and we call it norm process created, and with PID percentage LU image unknown. So we have to pass the formatting function here, which is process ID. So the first thing we have done, and it's completely valid. So if we also want to want to see that what CMD or PowerShell is using while executing, we can also like monitor power or like what is the CMD. So for that we're using the same method. If what we say info, we have to check the command line. This is the command line. We're gonna check if it's not null, and info command line is not null and it's buffer also. So it will print log and norm. We cannot just write, I guess, command line here. With the command line, what's the thing we use? Is like percentage z, sorry, w, percentage z. Okay, so we made some conditions regarding this, that if all these things met, then we will gonna see what we want to see in our what we say debug view. So all we have done, or if the buffer is get empty, so it will tell us that the some process is terminated. So we're gonna say log and norm terminated with the with PID percentage u. Wait, I didn't have it here. And we're gonna pass this ID also. So the first part, wait, I did mistake here. I need to pass this here, and I have to pass process ID. So we did our first part and we created our first function, which gonna tell us that if the what we say this structure is not empty, then it will run everything. That means some process is being created. If it's like null, then it will means that some process is like get empty and is being, that means it's terminated. So in this we check the image file name and its buffer. It will type the like a process ID with it and the image, the what do we say, path. And if we don't know the path, like if buffer is empty, then it will just say unknown, and we're gonna pass the process ID. If another condition we said, if the command line, the same thing we did above, and it will write the command line. So now we have to use it in here with what we say, what's the name of this function? We cannot just copy and paste, and we will pass notify, and we are removing it, so it should be true because it's our unloading function, and it will get unload successfully. And that's it. I guess our unloading function is complete. So now we have to call it here in our like main entry function. So we have the same everything. Loading part is all right. So we're gonna call it here. Before that we need things, because this function take like start with the entity status, which gives the status of the function. So we will create a variable with this status. Okay, entity status, and we will call it status, and we will start this function status, and we're gonna pass this notify, and this time it's false because we are not making it disappear. So we will check the status, and it's not equal to empty success status. That means our function got failed with a status code percent x. This is capital X, I guess. and we will gonna pass status and status, that's it, and we're gonna return status. So finally I guess everything is completed. Let's check and see if it's get compiled or not. How many errors? Yes, it has errors. And okay, my screen froze again. What else? Let's see. Let's build, and bingo, it's built without any errors. So we're gonna open cmd, run as administrator, we'll create sc, create norm, type equal to kernel, bin path equal to what we say, this is our driver, and it get loaded successfully, and we're gonna run it as administrator, debug view, check everything is okay. Let's run it. Let's see, start norm, and it's been loaded. So you can see, we can see the process. So if I open a notepad, so you can see here, where is the notepad? Here is it. So you can see notepad has been opened with the process ID 10720. If I go to a task manager and open it, and I will go here notepad and go to details, you can see the process ID is same as 10720. I will actually, I did like enable robust kernel output so I can see everything. So you can see how powerful is like kernel level callback. You can see everything means everything. Even in fact, if I delete it and go to cmd again, open, I clean it again, where was it? If I just ping 8080.808, I'm sending a ping request. You can even see that I sent it a ping request using a cmd. So basically malware and like apt use the cmd in PowerShell. You can see, you can even block this kind of commands. We will like read it about later. And if I go like net users, okay, some typo users, you can see here some net user one. Don't go net user one, the real binary is like net user one exe, so that's why it's showing the net one users. So you can see finally we are getting some callbacks. We can even make a log out of it. This is just the second part of our like static what we say, PE binary reader, I guess that's what we say, I don't know. So this all the things we have to like study and make like a perfect EDR for like static binary, so that we can like what we say, capture some malware which has some static patterns and all. So this is the video. Next time we will gonna talk about process creation events and extract a image path, and later on we gonna go deep inside what we say binary. We're gonna check that it's does it has like mz like magic like number. So it's like mz, it's a binary, it's executable. Then we're gonna go deep inside a binary. So if you want that I should keep continuing making this video, so I humbly request you, please like and share. The more the views, the more the likes I will have, the more the motivation I will have. So you can like say something about the video, like if I need improvement, and like if I do mess up things, you have some ideas, like if I uh that's it, I guess. So thank you for watching the video. I will upload the next video like soon.